Hey, it's Richie from Rockatar. This lesson I'm going to show you how to hold the bass, and I'm going to show you some parts of the bass as well, because it's very important to know the anatomy of your bass, just some basic parts of it. It's nothing too difficult. Well, it's pretty basic. Over here, this section of the bass basically is called the body, if you will. And if that's called the body, then of course this would be the neck. Very long neck, like a giraffe. Yes, very nice. And then if this is the neck, then this part would be, well, you guessed it, the head. All right. And on top of the head, you have these kind of like these keys right here, very large keys, and you can twist them. Basically, these are called your tuning pegs, and they're the ones that either tighten or loosen the strings on the bass, which will keep it in tune for you. And speaking of strings, you have 4 strings, and they run down the neck, going horizontal across your way, right here. And then if you take a look down the neck, you'll see these nice little vertical bars, sort of dividing the bass into sections. Those are called frets. And the frets are what allow us to generate different tones on the bass. So as you can see, the higher up the neck you play, and the higher up the frets, the higher the pitch gets. All right, well, if you follow the strings down, you'll notice that there's these kind of like these rectangular objects here. They kind of look like bars or magnets. In a way, they actually are kind of a magnet. These are actually called pickups. And the pickups are actually what they're sort of like the microphone for the bass, what allows the bass to be amplified when you plug it into a speaker. This is actually picking up the sound, if you will. And then if you follow the strings down this way, you get to this part right here where the strings are sort of tied in. This is called the bridge. The bridge. Then you have a couple of knobs here that you would see like very similar to either your radio or your television. Well, maybe not your television anymore, but probably still on your radio. You have a couple of knobs here. This is a volume knob, which allows you to control the volume of the bass. So if you need to quiet it down for night practice, you can. Or if you need to turn it up so you can rock really hard, then you can do that. Then you have a tone knob. Some of you might have a couple of tone knobs. Every bass is a little bit different. But basically that allows you to get a bright tone and a little bit more of a dark tone. So it's just up to your preference. And then over here is where you plug in your bass. This is called the jack. So those are the basic parts of the bass. Now we'll show you how to hold the bass. So everybody just kind of put your bass in your lap, like so. I've got my strap on, so it's not really letting me go all the way. But you want to put it on your lap like this, and then you see the bottom curve of your bass right here. You want that to be on your right thigh. And then just sort of slide the bass up like so. So that way the bass is just kind of resting on your right thigh. And then take your right arm and put that on sort of this upper right portion of the bass. Almost right corner, but just really upper right portion. And I'm just holding this with the bottom of my arm right here. Okay? So you should be able to, right now, let go of the bass with your left hand and your right hand, be hands-free, and your bass should be able to balance by itself. There's a reason why the bass is shaped like that, and that's so it can balance, so that way you don't have to be holding your bass with your left hand like this or supporting it. You're actually supporting your bass with your thigh and your arm. So you have the freedom to do whatever you want with your hands, which is ideally what you want. Okay. All right. Well, stick around for the next lesson because we're actually going to start using our hands, namely our right hand. I'm going to show you some plucking techniques, and we're also going to learn the names of the strings. My name is Richie from Rockatar, and I'll see you in the next lesson.